In a crowded room inside the Louvre Museum in Paris, thousands of people gather every single day. They raise their phones, fight for space, and wait patiently behind bulletproof glass. But what are they looking at? Not the largest painting, not the most colorful, not even the most detailed. They are looking at a small portrait of a woman. No crown, no jewels, no dramatic background. And yet, this painting is the most famous artwork in human history. This is the Mona Lisa, a painting that has survived 500 years, wars, revolutions, theft, scientific investigation, conspiracy theories, and endless debate. Why does she smile like that? Who was she really? Why do her eyes seem to follow you? And how did one Renaissance painting become more famous than any king, empire, or invention? Today, we uncover the Mona Lisa mystery and answer the question, why is this the world's most famous painting? To understand the Mona Lisa, we must first understand the man behind it. Leonardo da Vinci was born in 1452 in Italy, an illegitimate child of a lawyer and a peasant woman. He had no formal education, no university degree, and no powerful family backing him. And yet, history remembers him as one of the greatest minds ever born. Leonardo was not just a painter. He was an engineer, anatomist, scientist, architect, musician, and inventor. He designed flying machines centuries before airplanes. He studied human anatomy by secretly dissecting dead bodies. He filled thousands of pages with sketches of machines that wouldn't be built until hundreds of years later. Painting for Leonardo was not just art, it was science. And the Mona Lisa would become his greatest experiment. For centuries, the identity of the woman in the painting remained a mystery. Today, most historians agree she was Lisa Gherardini, the wife of a wealthy Florentine merchant named Francesco del Giocondo. That's why the painting is also called La Gioconda. But here's where the mystery begins. If this was simply a rich merchant's wife, then why did Leonardo spend 4 years working on it? Never deliver it to the family? Carry it with him until his death? In Renaissance Italy, portraits were commissioned, delivered, and forgotten. But the Mona Lisa was different. Leonardo treated it as something deeply personal, as if he wasn't painting a client, but exploring a human secret. The Mona Lisa's smile is the most discussed smile in history. Is she smiling? Is she sad? Is she mocking us? The truth is, her expression changes depending on where you look. Leonardo used a technique called sfumato, where harsh lines disappear and colors blend smoothly into each other. Because of this, when you look directly at her mouth, the smile fades. When you look at her eyes, the smile returns. Your brain cannot decide what emotion she is expressing. This wasn't accidental. Leonardo believed that human emotions were complex, layered, and never fixed. The Mona Lisa doesn't show an emotion. She shows transition. That's why she feels alive. Many people claim the Mona Lisa's eyes follow them around the room. This is partly an illusion, but also a masterpiece of design. Leonardo painted her eyes facing almost directly forward, something extremely rare in portraits of that time. No matter where you stand, the perspective remains unchanged. Psychologically, the human brain interprets this as being watched. This creates an uncomfortable but fascinating connection. The Mona Lisa doesn't look at the world. The world feels looked at by her. In the early 1500s, portraits followed strict rules. Flat backgrounds, side profiles, no emotional expression. Leonardo broke every rule. He placed her in front of a dreamlike landscape, full of winding rivers and impossible mountains. Some researchers believe this landscape is not real, but symbolic of the human soul. The left side appears calm and ordered. The right side appears wild and chaotic. Some even believe it represents the balance between logic and emotion, masculine and feminine energy, order and chaos. Leonardo left no explanation, and that silence created mystery. One of the most controversial theories claims the Mona Lisa is actually Leonardo da Vinci himself. When researchers digitally overlaid Leonardo's self-portrait with the Mona Lisa, the facial proportions matched closely. The eyes, nose, and mouth align almost perfectly. Was Leonardo experimenting with gender identity? Was this a symbolic self-portrait? Or was he blending masculine and feminine traits into a single face? Leonardo often wrote in mirror script and loved puzzles. The idea that he hid himself inside his greatest painting does not seem impossible. Leonardo was known for one thing: he rarely finished his work. The Mona Lisa was painted between 1503 and 1507, but Leonardo continued adjusting it for years. Even at his death in 1519, the painting was still with him. Many experts believe it is intentionally unfinished, because perfection for Leonardo was a process, not a destination. That may be why the Mona Lisa feels timeless. In 1911, the Mona Lisa disappeared. An Italian worker named Vincenzo Peruggia walked into the Louvre, removed the painting from the wall, and walked out with it hidden under his coat. For 2 years, the Mona Lisa was missing. The world went crazy. Newspapers printed her image daily. Crowds came to see the empty wall. Ironically, this theft made the Mona Lisa famous. When she was recovered in 1913, she had become a global icon. Experts estimate the Mona Lisa would be worth over $1 billion today. But in reality, it cannot be sold. It belongs to France. It belongs to history. It belongs to humanity. She has survived revolutions, world wars, bombings, acid attacks. Today, she sits behind bulletproof glass, protected like a world leader. Modern technology has scanned the Mona Lisa with X-rays, infrared, and 3D imaging. They found multiple hidden layers, changes in posture, adjustments to facial expression. Leonardo kept changing her, like he was chasing something invisible. Maybe the Mona Lisa isn't a portrait. Maybe she is Leonardo's question to humanity. Can we ever truly understand another human being? The Mona Lisa is not famous because of her beauty. She is famous because of her ambiguity. She refuses to be understood. She refuses to give answers. She exists between emotions, identities, and meanings. In a world that demands clarity, the Mona Lisa offers mystery. And that is why, after 500 years, the world still stops and stares. She has no crown, no throne, no power. Yet she rules the world of art. The Mona Lisa doesn't smile at us. She smiles at time itself.